Hey folks, H2 coming back at you on the F3 channel. Hey, I appreciate you joining me here on the channel. And you know this channel is the belief behind the F3 millionaire mindset is that there are three areas of your life that if you manage well, everything else in life should blossom from that. And that's your finances, your fitness, and your faith. Hey, I understand most of the videos that I've posted up to this point have been primarily philosophical and not very much detail that, or at least something you can bite into in order to move ever so closer to becoming a millionaire. So I'm going to dedicate this particular video and give you a little tidbit of how I believe is one of the best ways of becoming a millionaire. So, as you know, I've used real estate as my particular vehicle to become a millionaire, but there is more than one way, or at least more than one vehicle that you can use to become a millionaire. But I'm going to talk about real estate on this particular video. So, in buying real estate or investing in real estate, the premise or the advantage of using real estate is the power of leverage. And what I mean by that is you're using a small amount of money to control a larger valued asset. And by doing that, you have leveraged the amount of money that you have invested. So one of the cheapest ways of buying real estate, so there's multiple ways of buying real estate. So if you're buying real estate as a owner-occupied property, which means you're buying it for your own particular use, the down payment is less. The banks will allow you to put down something like, 5% or even maybe 3% down. If you're buying it as an investment, most banks, or at least financial institutions, are going to require a 20 to 25% down payment. And if it's commercial, then they're going to want 30% down. So one of the cheapest ways to do that is to buy it as owner-occupied. And let me explain a little bit about how that works. Let's say, for instance, you buy a house as an owner-occupied property, meaning the intention is for you to live in it. You buy that property, you acquire that property for 5% down. Everything is going hunky-dory. 1 year later, you buy another property for 5% down as owner-occupied. The property that you had before, you turn that into a rental. Now, so here's the kicker. The next property you buy, you continue to buy it as owner-occupied, and then you rent out the one that you're currently living in. So when you go out to make an offer on a piece of property, you make sure you stipulate in the contract that this offer is contingent upon you finding a suitable tenant in your current property. So by the way, you can put anything you want in a real estate contract. As long as the buyer and the seller agree to it, it's all good. So you make that little contingency in the contract so that the seller knows that this contract is not executable until you have found a suitable tenant in another property. The last thing you want to do is execute the contract only after you have signed the lease and collected the deposit and the rent from the potential tenant. So you take that money that you just collected from the tenant and you use that to help purchase the new property you buying. And there you go, folks. That is the easiest way to acquire property. Now, if you do this every year, and again, there's some stipulations of how often you can do that, but if you do it every year, there's no explanation. If you do it in less than a year, you're going to have some explaining to do, because the underwriters are going to think you're pulling a fast one on them. And actually you are, but that's a whole different story. All right. So there you have it, folks. That is the easiest way to acquire real estate. And I think it's the easiest way to become a millionaire. All right. If you got any questions, hit me back up on the comments and I'll answer your questions to the best of my knowledge and as fast as I can. All right. H2 gonna sign off. You have a great day.